Hey, let's talk productivity. We all know the feeling of the weeks rushing by and we didn't get it done. And when we're entrepreneurs and we're running our own business, it's really essential that we have a system to make sure that we're getting the priorities done, that we're really focused, calm, and in control. So today I'd like to share with you my list to assist. It's really simple, but really essential to make sure that every single week you're really clear on what's going to happen. Now, you've probably heard of food batching, where meal prepping and food batching. I do like a bit of that myself, but also if you're an entrepreneur, you'll be familiar with social media content batching, which, by the way, just changes the game. If you're not doing that already, look into it. But I like to also do thinking batching. Because if you're a busy mum like me, you've just got your brain is full, there is so much going on. So you just think to yourself, how can I make this easier on myself? And actually sit down on a Sunday morning with a cup of coffee, this is what I like to do, and do all my thinking for the week right there and then. I do it for my family and I do it for my business. What that means is that, first of all, I sleep better because my brain's not buzzing with all this information. But also I can hit the ground running. When it gets to Monday morning, I already know what I'm doing, and indeed, I already know what I'm doing for the rest of the week. It doesn't mean you can't make amendments, but the beauty is that you don't struggle through each day going, oh, what should I do today? So let me show you the list to assist. I'm going to talk you through it. You should already have a copy of it, and if you haven't, get in touch with me and I'll make sure that you get one. So I'm just going to turn this down so you can see one I prepared earlier. This is the list to assist. And you can see that it's very simple in that it has a date at the top. So that's your week starting date, mostly starts on a Monday. And it has a box for a day of each week that goes down, and a couple of other boxes here that I'll talk you through. Now, the method of doing this, to keep it really, really simple, is on that Sunday morning, or whenever you decide is the best time for you, you simply write down all the things you have to do and the day in which you have to do them. You put a little dash first. So here I am on a Monday. I know that I update my Instagram feed and I welcome new members who've joined my Facebook group in that last week. Absolutely essential that I do those things on a Monday. But one thing is more essential than the others in this particular week, and that's why I've put this asterisk next to it. I'm just letting myself know that updating my Instagram feed is really important that I get it done, because otherwise I will be putting out pictures with no captions or whatever random half stuff I might have done up to that point. Do that for every day of the week and get all the important things in there. Most of these are for business, but it doesn't mean you can't put anything that's important for your life as a whole in there too. So for example, here I've got book and childcare next week. Really got to get that sorted, or I certainly won't have time to do the business commitments that I need to make. So once you've done that, simply make sure as well that you've thought about a couple of other things. Now, this is a really simple way just to get stuff out your head and written down so that you can focus on the more important things. If, like me, you're prone to a bit of online ordering, I think we all are these days, sometimes it's easy to forget stuff you've ordered and even know whether it's arrived. So in this case, I've ordered a mic stand and some kids' pajamas. And I don't know when they're showing up. Could be this week, could be next week. But I'm not going to forget that I'm expecting them because I put them here. And this box here, carryovers. This is where you say, I must remember to do these things, but they're not a priority this week. So there's other important things that I don't want to forget. I don't want to have to keep them in my head, but here they are. So now I know next week when I put this list together, this is the first place I'm going to look to make sure I schedule them into a day for that week. So then each day on a Monday, you wake up and you go, great, I have done my Instagram feed. And you will tick that off, just like that, put a tick right through it. And when you've done the next task, you do the same thing. It's really easy on the eye to see that those things are done. You can cast your eye down really fast. And as you move through the week, you hopefully get these things ticked off. But let's say you didn't. On Tuesday, some other stuff came up and you didn't create your landing page. You simply circle it. What that means is when you get to Wednesday, you cast your eye down. Is there anything that's circled? Really easy to spot. I didn't get to do my landing page creation on Tuesday. I need to think about that on the other days. If I get to Wednesday and I've done that, then I can tick it off and line right through it. Again, really easy on the eye as you cast your eye down really fast, because we don't want to be spending loads of time thinking about this. So as you move through the week, hopefully ticking things off, again, that's priority because it's asterisked. You just tick, tick, tick. If you get to the end of the week and you've got stuff that hasn't been ticked, here I didn't get to do my mind map, you know that that's absolute priority to put on next week's list because it didn't get done. Or indeed, you can reassess it. It's not the law that because you had it on one to-do list, it has to be done. Perhaps you found another way of doing it. Perhaps it's no longer needed. But either way, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to anything that's circled. So then, let me just think if there's anything else I need to tell you to make sure I get this really, really fully, all the information you need. Right, excellent. So I've actually covered off all the important points that I wanted you to know. Just make sure that at the end of the week, you don't bin this because you're going to use it to create the one for the week after. So when you start the week after with a nice fresh one, the first thing you're going to do is review the one from last week. And you're going to say, what didn't I do? What's on my carryovers? What's still to be delivered? And actually every week it's easier and easier. So the very first one, you have to put a bit more effort in. But then after that, you can copy things over. Because if on a Monday, you know you always have to do these things, it just gets copied straight over. Plus anything additional you might want to add. Now, you might be a lover of Asana or Trello, and those tools are awesome. But if you're not there yet, use the list to assist to make sure that you really know what you're doing every week.